And what does God do? He says, okay. He gives us the world we want. And it's this world. Now, in this world, we are immensely powerful. We can manipulate nature. We can extend life expectancy. We can discover cures for diseases. But in some ways, it's not the perfect world. And Christianity does not claim it is. Christianity, in a sense, claims that this is a world of trial. This is the world we wanted, that God gave us as a sort of a trial period to decide if we want to live in that other world, always available to us, in which we operate constantly and unremittingly under God's authority and God's will. That, to me, is the meaning of the fall. The two choices put before us as human beings, and it wasn't just Adam and Eve, but I believe all of us in this room, if made to choose again, would choose exactly what Adam and Eve chose, which is to live a life in which our decisions are made unremittingly, constantly by us. And that's the world that Barth has chosen, because he says we should use our intelligence and our creativity to investigate nature and to ask why. And we do. And out of that comes science. And out of that comes, in a way, the cure for some of the problems in the world. So God has given us the world. He's also given us the ability to function in the world. Let's come back for a moment to the Holocaust. What is Barth asking God to do? He's basically asking God to cancel out the free will of the Nazis and Hitler. So the Nazis and Hitler say, into the concentration camp you go, but the Jews say, God help us. And God says, sorry Nazis, sorry Hitler, your gas isn't going to work. In the Jews will go, but they'll come out perfectly happy. Ultimately, the gas will have no effect. I would submit that, well, we might all say in one case God could do it. But then what about Cambodia? And what about Darfur? And what about if God intervened in every case to make this happen? What happens to our world in that case? Yes, free will is canceled out. Yes, evil loses all its meaning, but even more significant, so does good. There's no virtue possible in a world in which God is the great corrector. There are no sick people to be cared for because their sickness doesn't really matter. There are no hungry people to be fed because they aren't really hungry. They just look it. God's actually already solved the problem inside of them. So I would suggest that in a sense, Barth, for all his passion, hasn't thought it through. He hasn't really specified what is this alternative arrangement that he wants. What does he want God to do? And if God did that, what would the consequences be as they played themselves out? That is worth thinking about. Thank you.